Hey guys, it's Benchy's long lost cousin that plays on PS4. Lil office chair. Let me get this straight. I don't consider myself that high up. I only consider myself an 8 out of 10 player.
That's still pretty high.
Okay, maybe it is a high number. But another thing, I only put my wins in my top 3 placements in my videos because all my losses are boring. Yes, I do want my defeats to be interesting because everybody will want to talk about it more. But enough of that about my videos. Let's talk about the consoles. Many people do not play Titanfall 2, then there is even less people playing on consoles. A decent player is 1 in a million, and coincidentally, good players are always on the newer maps, which the game rarely puts me on. So that's why I always have videos on older maps, and the videos I'm fighting against worse players or just annoying players. That's my experience. I want to aim this video at newer players or intermediate players and maybe younger players.
You sound pretty young, Eddie.
And that they could get better for my benefit and their benefit.
That's mean, Eddie.
First tip is to stop using grapple. I see grapples everywhere and they get shot down a lot on both teams. If you want to improve your horizontal distance and parkour better, do it yourself. Don't rely on grapple too much. Obvious choice to parkour and go forward horizontal more is stim. If you don't want to do this and keep your current class, more power to you. A good way to try to test your abilities in parkour is the pilot's gauntlet in the campaign. Second tip is try your best to corner an enemy. Do not do this. Don't do what I do as a Titan or pilot because it's risky. Only do it if you could hit fire well and you could shoot first and or dodge well. Worse than my strategy is camping. Titanfall is a fast game, and unless you have an AWOL or you can hear well, you're gonna get taken out as soon as you kill that enemy. Know this because every time you kill an enemy, they see your outline in orange. That means campers are always gonna get caught. Here are some tips for the 2 most commonly used Titans I see in the game. For every Titan is that you should stay away from other Titans because you never know how good a player is. Everything is so unpredictable. Ronin is used by many new players to get close because of the sword, but they usually get destroyed because they want to get the execution because of how appealing it looks to execute a Titan with the big sword. Ronin, you are good at pilot killing and hunting. You should use the ability to charge your sword core. If worse comes to worse and you're faced with a close range Titan in the wrong place at the wrong time, use your shockwave charge to stun a Titan and get out of there. Additionally, you could take a shot at their red colored weak point and then phase or run away. For ranged Titans, try flanking them or hiding whenever you can, then run closer when they are eventually distracted by another target. Ranged users sometimes focus on one target. They know their core is ready and they activate it. Phase dash is good to get out of there and maybe save yourself. And then you could attack them since they're vulnerable. They do not know where you are if you decide to get away from them. Another Titan I see commonly used nowadays is SCORCH. Yes, I didn't put I on here because I have not much experience with range myself, so I can't give you anything in that area. The first tip I have for SCORCH is to try to use your Inferno Shield as much as you can when it comes to ranged Titans, because that's all you really can do for protection against them. You are very big and slow, so you should try hiding and getting close to them, just like you should do with Ronin. Players rushing at you, you should try putting the green barrels in front of you with triangle or Y, and then igniting them, and they will stay away from you. If they are already in front of you, close their pathway with the green barrels by bouncing them off the wall behind the enemy. But it's only do this if you are on maps with the hallway, like Forward Base Kodai are dry docks. Afterwards, use firewall or your cannon to ignite the barrels. Then use inferno shield because they will get away from you and be cornered by the fire and green barrels behind them. Then they will go back to you trying to escape, but bounce between the two things, essentially creating a pong effect to damage them severely. If they try to escape through the green barrels, they will be damaged severely and they will leave the area. This tactic may not work on fast titans like Ronin or North Stars with 3 dashes, or it may not work on smart people. SCORCH is a pretty decent anti-pilot titan because now he has a trail marker with the alternate fire
Or aim down sight.
trigger. Your part is to predict the pilot's actions. SCORCH can also get his fire to fill small places very well, which can lead to great ways to kill campers or people who group up. One way to do this is use the normal cannon shot for a small space and to take out 1 to 3 pilots. But if you need a bit more fire in a space, use the green barrels for 3 or more pilots. As SCORCH, also make sure to turn often. People will take advantage of you being slow and rodeo you because it's hard to outrun them. If you see an enemy pilot chasing or jumping towards you, use Inferno Shield for a more efficient method than melee, and you can catch enemy pilots in the air or on the ground. My third and final tip is to help your team. If you're newer, try less to stray from teammates if you can benefit them.
Eddie, I don't have time to help. That slows me down.
Boosts like the wall or battery can help you increase morale, and teammates will probably help you back.
Eddie, you know everybody's a D-bag.
You can speak on the chat. Always tell a friendly Titan that isn't an alt Titan that you have a battery, and they'll probably protect you so you can deliver the battery. I recommend doing this when you have a spare battery. With the wall or boost wall, you can ask your teammates to group up at the wall so you can help them regen or help them get kills if they're down on their luck. These tips vary from my own personal experience, so gameplays may vary. I hope I helped here, and please leave your tips below. And I am always looking for improvement, so leave a comment about something I said or did wrong in my gameplay and or these tips. I forgot something. Kill with your weapons and don't go for executions in zones where enemies appear a lot. Don't do Titan executions when there's like 5 Titans surrounding you. And finally, make your sensitivity higher than default if you want to go fast. I put mine at 6 for the hipfire sensitivity, but your style will be up to you in Titanfall 2. Goodbye. P.S. I'm not Benchy's long lost cousin, low office chair. I'm not even related to Benchy. I don't even know him. So I'm sorry if you believed what happened in the intro. I apologize.